Hello students, welcome you all in this video where I am solving science model question paper 4 for the year 2025-26, and in this video I am going to solve 3 marks question from part C biology. Let's start with the question. So in this section we are going to solve 3 marks question, and here we have to answer 3 questions. Each question carries 3 marks, so total we are going to get 9 marks from this section. So we will start with question number 34. This question number 34 is divided into sub question A and B. First we will start with A. A question says define the following. So we have to write the definitions, and here we have to write the definition of first food chain and second biomagnification. So first we will see the definition of food chain. So the answer is a food chain is a series of living organisms. So it is a series of living organisms in which each organism gets its food from the one before it. So it is a series of organisms in which each organism will get a food from the organism which is one before it. It shows the transfer of food and energy from plants to animals. So very simple. So in case of food chain, always remember first there will be a plant. So you can see here I have given the example. Here they have not asked any example, just we have to define, but it is for just explaining in detail. I have given this example. So see here starting is the animal. So why animal? Because it is a producer. It will produce a food. So producer. On this animal, the next animal is dependent, that is goat. So here I have taken a goat. So goat is getting a food and energy from the animal one before it, that is grass. So once the goat eat this grass, food and energy from the grass transfer to the goat. Now when this goat is eaten by this animal, the food energy from this goat will be transferred to the next animal, that is an lion, and this is called as series in which there are many organisms, and you can see here mainly the first animal is plant. So always food energy will be transferred from plants to animals. So that's why this sentence is given here. So this is the answer for first, that is food chain. Now we will see what is biomagnification. So answer is biomagnification is the increase in the concentration of harmful chemicals in organism at each higher level of a food chain. So what is biomagnification? If you see a food chain or if you see a tropical level, you can see starting there will be producers. Starting there will be producers. On this, the animals depend on are called as primary consumers. So these primary consumers are the animals which depend on producers. Producers are nothing but what? Plant which produce food. Then there will be a secondary consumer. These secondary consumers are depend on the primary consumers for the food, and this is called as trophic level. So in this trophic level, the harmful chemicals which will be absorbed by the producers, those will be transferred to the primary consumer when they eat these producers. Those harmful chemical concentration will be increased in the primary consumer. Now when secondary consumer eats this primary consumer, those harmful chemicals will be again transferred to the secondary consumer, and the concentration of harmful chemical again increases into the secondary consumer. Now if the secondary consumers are eaten by tertiary consumer, then the again harmful chemical concentration will be increased into the tertiary consumer. So as we go in a higher and higher trophic levels or higher and higher levels in the food chain, this concentration of the harmful chemical will be go on increasing, and this process is only called as biomagnification. Bio means living, magnification means increasing. So in these living organisms, harmful chemicals will be go on increasing. This process is called as biomagnification. So actually this is the definition which is asked in this question, but here for just extra information I have given the example. If you see this example, if water contains small amount of poison, see, if the water is containing small amount of poison which is coming from the industries and all etc., these all the poison through water goes into the small fish. So here small fish are the primary consumer, and these will absorb it. Then these small fish will be eaten by whom? Big fish. So this concentration of harmful chemical and the poison will goes into the big fish, and here the concentration will increase because this big fish is going to eat more fish. For example, imagine if this is the small fish, see here, these are the small fish. In this, if the concentration is 1% poison, if in this, if there is a 1% of poison, if there is a 1% of poison, if these all the three fish are eaten by this big fish, then 1 and 1 total 3% of poison will go into this big fish. So I hope you are understanding how the concentration of harmful chemicals increases into the higher level in the food chain. Now, this is the big fish in which there is a poison 3%. Imagine there is another big fish. This is also having the poison 3%. And now these two big fish, if they are eaten by human, now imagine this 3 and this 3, total 6% of poison will go into this higher trophic level, that is human. And like this, the harmful concentration will be go on increasing into the each level of the food chain. And this is only called as biomagnification. So the last sentence, the poison becomes highest in human. So till now, human is the highest tropical level, or the organism in the highest tropical level. Therefore, highest poison we can see, or highest concentration of harmful chemicals we can see in humans. So this is the answer for second, that is biomagnification. So see here, once again I am telling, if such question comes, define, then only definition is enough. So see this, I am writing here with blue color. So this definition is enough. They have not asked any example. If example is asked, then only you can write this example. This is just for extra information I have given to you people. Now I'll move with the next question. So the sub question B says, mention the function of ozone. Name the chemical responsible for ozone depletion. So we have to tell the function of ozone. Ozone is nothing but O3 gas. And then we have to tell why the ozone layer is depleting. Depleting is nothing but decreasing. So this is the question. So start with the answer. Function of ozone, we will see first. Ozone forms a layer in the upper atmosphere that protects the earth. So imagine if this is the earth, so somewhere here in the upper atmosphere we can see the layer of ozone. So imagine this blue color is the layer of ozone. Now if there is a sun here, from sun we can see many type of radiations, electromagnetic radiations comes from the sun. In this radiation we have infrared radiation, that is infrared, I'll write it here, infrared or IR content. There are UV radiations, radio waves, then we have microwave waves, etc., etc. So these all the radiations are coming from the sun. Out of this all, the UV radiation, what is UV? Ultraviolet radiation. These radiations are harmful to the human being. If they come on the earth directly, if they come in contact with the human skin, it will cause cancer to the human beings. And this ozone layer which is present in the upper atmosphere, this is helping to avoid the entrance of this UV. So whatever UV rays are coming, those will be trapped in this ozone layer. And that's why UV cannot enter on the earth. So here I have written protects the earth from harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun. So this is the main function. But nowadays, we can see some of the gases like chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, which is coming from the refrigerator or AC, etc. This is responsible for depletion of ozone. Due to these gases, the ozone layer is getting depleted, means the ozone layer is getting decreasing. And if this ozone layer is decreased, imagine what happens. UV rays directly enters on the earth and they may cause skin cancer in human beings. So here in this question, they have asked the function and what is the name of the chemical which is depleting the ozone depletion, ozone layer. So here this is the answer for this question. I hope this answer will help you. Now we'll move to the next question.